Hey y'all, Ms. B, and we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Sweet 16 season, episode 8, Boots on the Ground. Everybody know this is a new dance. Anyway, let's hop right into it. It starts off with Shamia making this like her own rendition of a country song about everything that happened the night prior, and she's singing blah blah blah. Then we get to everybody getting up from the night before. Why they always start the first scene with Britt on the phone with her husband? I don't care about Britt Edie or her husband. Anyway, they're on the phone talking. She told them what happened. Then we go to a scene when Shamia's on the phone with her husband, and he's at the doctor with their baby Shiloh. Makes her emotional. Shiloh hasn't been feeling well, and the doctor says she has an ear infection. Makes Shamia emotional. It's what, I want to say something. Shamia has such a great personality, such a great energy about her. That she be going through it, and baby, you can be able to tell how she acts and carries herself. Even Cynthia gonna say that later on. So after that, you see Cynthia and Angela meet up at the pool, and Cynthia girl, yeah, because baby, they was bringing it to you last night, and then she was like, yeah, I'm fine, and they recap the night before when Porsha calls her Victamina. Porsha, though, girl, this episode did not make you look good. Let's move right along. So then Cynthia asked Angela, where is Drew? You been capping for Drew. Drew been supposed to been arriving hours and hours and hours and hours ago, in the words of Money Long. Where is Drew? And she said, no, she on her way. She said Drew been on her way. Finally, Drew in another tank top, tube top, whatever top. Drew don't want to, I guess, wear no shirts this season. She arrives. And so Cynthia basically tells, Angela, girl, let me tell you something. Baby daddies hit different. They do. Even if you don't like them, they hit different. Imagine going to your job and your baby daddy is doing something without you knowing with your coworker. And y'all show up at the motherfucking company picnic and there go your coworker with your baby daddy. How would you feel? I understand everybody getting over the Drew and the Porsha of it all, but think about if that was you, the women out there, men out there, whoever that have children. If this is Porsha's job, and you find out that your coworker is full of lying with your baby daddy or your baby mama, how would you feel? So I get Porsha on that part, but Porsha, we're gonna have to have a talk, baby. We're gonna have to talk. Look, baby, I'm getting hot already, honey. Let me pull out my Angela Oakley fan just for 1 second. Let it breathe. Whew. Porsha, we gotta talk. Anyway, they go into the house because Angela's wig is what? Melting. Girl, Angela, what kind of glue do you use? I don't wear wigs, but I know plenty of people who do. You don't got no got to baby glue? No, even the monkey, what's that damn glue called? The gorilla snot glue. They got that. Won't you use that, Angela? I'm hot like Angela. Anyway, after that, Drew arrives and she goes to Angela's room and she's like, have you talked to Porsha? And she was like what? What's the secret? Why? Because I want you to get it off of me. I will say Angela, you starting to show your slip. I'm starting to see what you're doing. You invited Drew on this trip to be missing. Porsha gonna say that later on. Then she shows Drew, girl, look at your living quarters. Drew goes into the bunk bedroom. That's what I cannot stand about an Airbnb. The bunk bedroom. I understand people gonna come there with kids, but what if you're on an all-girl trip like this? Who wants to sleep in the bunk bedroom? I do feel like Angela set Drew up on this trip. I don't think she can. Oh, that's my friend. I'm loyal. Angela, your slip is showing. So after that, everybody's getting ready to leave. Britt, Edie, and Kelly, I forgot your last name. What the hell were y'all wearing? Y'all not in Miami. You had on pasties, thongs. Girl, y'all in Nashville. What the hell? What in the hell what was y'all, y'all are downgrading this show. It's giving real Zeus. Y'all was dressed like y'all should be on Jocelyn's Cabernet, not the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cause I was like, what? Why are they wearing pasties and thongs in Nashville? Anyway, they show a scene with Porsha getting ready, whatever, and baby, she done ate her ribs from the night before. I was like, that damn Porsha. She ate her ribs the night before. And they get to talk about Angela. And then she was like, you know, I feel like Angela's gaslighting me. And Shamia is her, I'm starting to see what everybody says, her secretary. She, no gaslighting today. I will let the people know. I will notify everyone that no one can gaslight Porsha today. Shamia, I love you. But girl, you is giving... Like, why you... Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Everybody in the sprint, and all of a sudden, Shamia starts crying. And then we learn about her DV past. Someone, you know, as a person that had their DV issues before. I get it. Like, sometimes it just hits you. And, you know, she said the lady had reached... the person that she was with, she tried to warn the lady before, I guess, he got remarried to her. She didn't want to hear it. And then years later, the girl reached out to her, coupled with the fact that her baby is sick. So we have two groups in Housewives fashion. You have group one, which is the Coyote Ugly, which I love Coyote Ugly with Tyra Banks. That would have been the group I would want to be with. It was Shamia, Porsha, and Kelly. And then you have group two, the Whiskey group, which we have everybody else, which is Angela, Britt, Cynthia, Drew, whatever. I like Whiskey, but I would prefer to do the Coyote Ugly. So in Coyote Ugly fashion, babies, coyotes ain't got no hands. So you gotta take your shot with your what? Your mouth. And Shamia did hers. And I was like, bravo. Bravo. Is this Bravo or Zeus? Then Porsha takes her shot and gives us a little example of how she gives her little head. And then we get Lil Kelly doing her thing too when they, you know, make drinks or whatever. Then they get to talking. Then you have group two, they do whiskey tasting. And group one, where and Porsha says, she's like, honestly, I feel like Angela brought Drew to set her up. Because why was she, you know, the main one saying, talking this and this and this at the dinner last night and all that, and da-da-da-da. And in group two, they bring up the MFN brunch again when Britt Edie did. I do agree with Angela. Britt did walk into that peace brunch real entitled. And what she was wearing was giving real Miami again. I mean, that doesn't matter, but still. And Britt think Angela's playing victim. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? 1 + 1 equals 2, 2 + whatever. And I agree with Cynthia too when she says, until your face is plastered on a billboard for the whole Atlanta to see with a penis in your mouth, holla at me. Nobody can tell this girl what to wear, what to see. I can't stand Britt Edie, but I agree with Cynthia on that. Like, until you get outed like that on a public forum, baby, you can't tell that girl how to act, how to feel, because Angela's like, she felt that Britt was being entitled, how she came in there, or whatever. And Britt was like, well, how do you expect for me to come in there and blah, blah, blah. And then, to me, in this scene, Drew makes the most sense of it all. She was like, I mean, you have to understand, Britt, like, Kenya was our friend. Mind you, they never said Kenya's name. They just said our friend. We missed our friend. Like, behind the scenes, I bet it was a lot of things going on that we would never get to see or probably ever even know. And she was like, it was a moment where, like, we're reconciling the fact that we're not going to have our friend on the show anymore. But yes, we do have empathy for you too. But, like, girl, you got to understand. You got to make it match. You got to make it make sense. Well, get it together. So that was it. So everybody get back on the sprint. Everybody drunk. Britt about to fall past out, y'all. And then they get back to the house. Everybody want to take a nap, which I love a good nap on a trip. I love a good nap. When Shamia said, don't nobody wake me up, I'm like, girl, me either. I don't like to be woke up. Everybody know. Don't wake me up about my sleep. Even if I'm not on vacation. When I'm asleep, I'm asleep. But anyway, you have a moment where Britt and Cynthia are by the pool. And Britt appreciates Cynthia for showing her empathy. I know everybody probably gonna get mad and drag Cynthia, but honestly, I think Cynthia has been a voice of reason. She understands like how Kenya felt, and she also like what Kenya did was wrong. It was wrong. I know she did these my confessions, but it was wrong. So after that, everybody pre-game, and Porsha gets on the phone with Dennis and PJ, and she got a little hat. She's showing her head, and PJ was like, I want one too. And then Brittany's downstairs as they pregame saying, yeah, because they was like talking about how what everybody was wearing. Again, she looked like she going to the strip club or in Miami, and they in Nashville. And she said, I just need a whip. You ain't learned your lesson. Nah, when she said, I need a whip, I rewind out. Did this girl just say I need a whip? We already know that you said you had whips and pum pum pums. Now you need them. Okay, let's move right along. After everybody sitting down drinking their drinks, little cowboys out making drinks, Cynthia's like, ooh, fold me up and don't let me down or some crap like that. Porsha comes out dressed in all black like the Omen. Have your homies singing this is for my homies, and you know me for making niggas so sick, flossing the six with my. I'm sorry, that's Lil' Kim, but that's how her energy was depleted. And I'm like, what happened from the scene with her on the phone with PJ and Dennis to now? And she in all black, like, and then Shamia was like, oh my God, I don't know. She's in all black. Did she have a ski mask? Do I need to get a car? Shamia. Okay, let's move on. So they all sit down for dinner. No, before they sit down for dinner, they all line dance. Angela and Kelly can't dance. Baby Shamia in the front doing all the things. Everybody know Boots on the Ground is a new line dance. Everybody been doing. I don't know if that's what they were doing, but they were doing some dance. You couldn't hear the music. Shamia's cutting the rug. Kelly and Angela can't not dance. So everybody sits at the table. Porsha pissed me the mother off at this table. Because Porsha, say what you was mad about. How you was sitting at the edge of that table. And like Cynthia said earlier on, I missed this part when Drew, whatever at the whiskey place, Drew was like, well, maybe I should get a bottle of whiskey for Porsha. And Cynthia was like, yeah, because she been sick. Porsha been sick this whole damn sick. Like, every episode she been sick. What did you got, girl? Like, why you sick? She don't want to talk. She answering one word answers. Porsha, I have loved you down. Matter of fact, I have went to gonakedhere.com so that I can buy that weave that you got in your confessions, that little curly side piece, little curly thing. I love that hairstyle. I've had it so in years. But, baby, I didn't went to gonakedhere.com to see the prices. And, baby, next time y'all see me on this camera, I might have some Go Naked hair. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So they all sit down, and then everybody asks, Porsha, what's wrong? What's wrong, Porsha? What's wrong? Porsha don't want to talk. Porsha, you were pissing me off. You were pissing me the fuck off because you could just say what the hell you was mad about. I just found out that Dennis filmed with Drew after I told him not to. I'm glad she put not on Drew saying, actually, Dennis is my family. And I didn't told him, do not film with her on this platform. She could have just said that instead of answering, no, I'm okay. And then Shamia speaking for her. Shamia, y'all, I know y'all not cool now. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out. But anyway, Britt wants us to know that she feel like her and Angela Oakley have made a truce and she understood it. And Angela Oakley was like, I think I did, but I don't know. Maybe I did, but I didn't. I'm not quite sure. And she was like, "What you called me a victim? I don't know how I was a victim." And Shamia just started answering for Porsha feels this and Porsha feels that and Porsha. Then they get to about the fact that Drew wasn't invited. Porsha said everybody that's on this Zoom call is invited. Drew, was you on the Zoom call? No. Drew, did you get the invite? No. Drew, you weren't invited. Angela set you up, girl. And I saw it. We saw it. Even from that time that girl got in that house. Angela's like, go look at your room. Go talk to Porsha. Angela, your slip is showing. So Angela tries to change the subject to Kelly. Oh, you never answered the question why you still that lady husband. And Kelly, that's a Kelly. Kelly like, girl, they got nothing to do with me. Like, no, you have your own issues here right now with Porsha. Deal with that. Why you bring it up old shit? Why you bring up old stuff? They ain't got nothing to do with me. And she want to find her fish. Kelly wants to eat her fish. Obviously, they had fish and chicken. She chose the fish and they couldn't find it. Anyway, I was like, girl, why is you throwing Kelly under the bus? So, Cynthia was like, let's change the subject. And then somebody says, you know, Porsha, that Cynthia, something to the fact, Porsha's anything you want. Say to Angela, she said, Angela, kiss my ass. She said, Angela can kiss my ass. And she said, and Angela was like, the world can kiss your ass, but I'm not. She said, you can be the first to do it. Porsha, why did you have that energy? Why you just didn't say what the fuck was wrong with you? Excuse my language, everybody. Why you just didn't say what was wrong with you? I understand at this time, Simon was being a whole troll and dragging you through the mud. Then you find out your baby daddy filming with your coworker. I get it. You could have just said that. I didn't like your attitude. I didn't like your energy. I didn't like nothing about you in this episode. Porsha. Don't have me call Porsha. Porsha, I'm call you. What's your number? Girl, I did not like it. I did not like it. You were annoying the hell out of me. I was cussing at the TV. Shut up. Girl, tell them why. You mad. You just found out when you came out dressed in black like the Omen. This is for my homies. Making niggas so sick. Lil' Kim. Why you was mad? I got a phone call. What? Anyway. Then we go to a scene where it's Porsha just like in her bed. Baby, she take off her lashes. I did that last night. Take the lashes off. I ain't got no wig, but take your hair down. And I love the scene with Cynthia and Porsha. It gave ROH. It gave old Housewives of Atlanta. Even on Watch What Happens Live tonight. Porsha said that moment in that scene when she was feeling mighty low, like Miss Sophia, mighty down, mighty bad. Cynthia lifted up and she said it reminded her of what she was going through with divorce. I guess with Cordell at the time. She told Andy tonight on Watch What Happens Live in Barcelona, and Nene came in the room, was like a big sister, and comforted her. And Cynthia gave her some words of encouragement. You know, what gonna kill you, gonna make you stronger. This too shall pass. Something that my mama always say. Porsha, you gonna get through it, girl. And then she said, do you want to pray? But Porsha was like, girl, I think you done prayed enough over that drink. So anyway, it's turn up time. Turn up, baddies, shot o'clock, all the stuff. Is it me when it was time to turn up and you saw Britt Eady standing at the stairway in that gold bathing suit? It was giving real Nicki Minaj. Now, I don't like Britt Eady. I like Nicki. But I was like, if you look at her from the side, even her stance, it was giving Nicki. It was giving Nicki Minaj. She a pretty girl. I'm going to say that. I just don't like her. I mean, you could be ugly, pretty. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I just don't like her. Don't like her. It don't have anything to do with the king of it all. I just don't like her. And I said in my last video, I'm going to keep probably saying it. There's nothing that's going to make me like Britt Eady. Sorry, not sorry. And never going to be sorry. Don't like Britt Eady. She should have been more of the Love and Hip Hop girls. Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta girls. Her and Mia both can go that way. Let's turn up time, and then you see Angela Oakley being an auntie, taking off her makeup, annoyed by the noise. Bitch, we on vacation. It's time to turn the fuck up. This ain't last day there. And Porsha said that too. She was like, you know, being away on vacation, which I feel, you be attached, you know, detached from like all the problems you gotta deal with at home. But then you gotta go back. So it's turn up Tuesday last night. Like, girl, get into it. Like, why you ain't go out there, put your little piece of bathing suit on and turn up too? Anyway, she was annoyed. Everybody having a good time, throwing money. Shamia is always a turn up queen. She's twerking. You got Porsha twerking. Britt Eady looking like a little bit of Nicki Minaj in the pool. Everybody having a great time. They drinking. Everybody just doing the most. What Angela doing? Acting like an auntie outside the window. She said she heard her name. And she heard, child, your dinner's ready. And Angela tells the producers that she heard the whole conversation. She tried to record it, but you couldn't hear it. But you could see her people. That was weirdo vibe. Honestly, let me tell you something. I have several aunties, and I don't think that none of them on vacation. When it's time for us to turn it back, they let them have it. They gonna go to bed. They're not gonna be peeking out the window like a creepy ass, weirdo ass neighbor. Like, Angela, don't nobody care about chores that much. Chores or dinner ready. Nobody care about him like that. And so the next morning, you have Britt and Kelly in the bed, and she said Angela said this and this, and they showed us still where you could tell it was not Bravo cameras. It was actually Angela's phone trying to record, and Porsha leaves the scene. And they asked, Angela was upset with things she heard. She said Porsha was drunk and all her truth fell out. And then they asked Kelly, what did Porsha say? And she said, if she keep messing around with me, I'm F her husband. Porsha, I've tried to defend you for so long. I know you was going through a lot, but to say on the platform that you so heavily keep telling Dennis about, that you gonna F this married man's husband, your castmate, your colleague, not a good look. Then she went to play dingy Porsha and say, I don't remember anything. What did she say? I didn't say anything. And i.e. she drank so much Hennessy. She said that on Watch What Happens Live too tonight. I don't Henny anything. She don't remember anything because of the Hennessy. Girl, no, let me tell you something. Two people to tell the truth. Drunks and babies. You meant that. We already know, Angela said it. You have a history of taking somebody's man. And you got drunk in the pool, girl, and you said if Angela keep messing with you, or whatever, coming after you, or however you worded it, that you was gonna have sex with that lady husband. I wish I had my lashes on right now because I can blink real harder. Porsha, I can't defend you in that. It's giving whore. It's giving gold digger. I'm still gonna buy your hair, but it's giving a lot of things, and that was not a good look for you. So the next day, they're getting ready to go. Angela Oakley is over it. She's ready to go. Kelly, in her very cheerleader voice, is trying to say good morning. Angela's like, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be fake. She said, but I'm always like this, and I'm always saying good morning. And I was like, whatever, girl. Good morning, bye, whatever. She getting her in the sprinter, and her mic is on, and she basically says, Britt is a puppet, Shami is a puppet. Everybody a puppet for Porsha, and I don't disagree. And Porsha, I am so disappointed in you. I know you was going through a lot. I know. But you show your hand. I don't like how you was acting at that dinner. I don't like how girl, you could have just said it, Drew. I told you how I felt about you filming with my goddamn baby daddy. Now I just found out I got this. That's why I'm in all black like the Omen, because I just found out that you was filming him. Honestly, Porsha, we had been already know that, but I know y'all don't know when y'all watch the scenes. But you got a call from somebody that found that out. You could have just said what was wrong with you, pissed me off, and then you gonna say on TV, on national TV, if this lady keep messing with you, gonna F her husband. And you done it already before. And married him. And he was a scammer. Yeah, Porsha, I'm good on you for now. Like your hair, though. I'm good on you for now. You wrong for that. You dead ass wrong for that. And everybody, Porsha, what's wrong? Porsha. Girl, Porsha, let's not forget the shit you went through when you first joined this housewife. Like how Kenya drug you. That's another point I want to bring up. This trip was like lighthearted. It was cute. Girls trip. They was turning up. All that stuff. It was really kind of giving zoos, but still cute. I was thinking in my head, I was like, if Kenya wouldn't have done what she would have done, and her and Britt would have still been going on and on and on and on and on and on about a hug, would this trip have been as light heart? I mean, it's kind of dark. It wasn't dark at all, but would this trip still have been hit the same? Maybe Bravo made a great decision. My personal opinion. Argue with your mammy. Because, baby, I ain't gonna be tussling with y'all in these comments. Girl, baby, y'all take this stuff too personal. But Porsha and Giselle won't watch What Happens Live. She was drunk down. But you can tell who Andy's favorites were. And Porsha Williams and Giselle Bryant are his favorites. He was just eating it up. Porsha drunk as hell. Giselle and I'm so happy. Oh, he was like a little like a kid in a candy store. Oh my God, it's the best Watch What Happens Live ever. And she said the same thing when he asked her, like, Did you say you was on Sleeper Charles Oakley? She was like, I don't remember anything. You know what you said, girl. You meant that. Porsha. You're looking like a whore. Porsha, are you a whore? Are you a whore? Well, I mean, you did still the lady husband. But they said they was having problems. I don't know. And I don't know these people personally. But I have always been a big fan of Porsha Williams. But girl, that was a bad look. Anyway, y'all, this is my recap of episode 8. Boots on the ground. Do y'all do that dance? Do y'all be doing a dance? Cowboy Carter coming out this week, y'all. Cowboy Carter tour. Everybody got that Cowboy Carter outfits ready? Y'all ready to go two-step with Beyonce? Anyway, I want everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. I see a lot of views. My views are ticking the heck up. Can y'all thumbs up the video, please? You know, I started this YouTube channel last year and I lost a subscriber because she got mad about something I said on another video and they got the beef in the comment. I don't understand how y'all get so take this stuff so personal. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. This is Mrs. B, and that's my recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta Sweet 16 season. Boots on the ground. Anyway, Porsha, you don't look good right now on this season right now. Anyway, bye y'all.